Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you if this is your first time on my channel, and if it's not, welcome back. And today I have a wonderful message from Venus, from Venusians. So this one is for all star seeds, especially ones that feel like they are from Venus, have had lives in Venus, and just kind of feel connected to the planet. And yeah, if you feel drawn to this video, maybe there's a message here for you somewhere. So let's just dive into what these cards are. Let's start with the tarot cards. So we have Nine of Wands, the Emperor, Page of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Empress. So this is quite interesting, especially with the Emperor and Empress together, I mean. Both of them coming out in the same reading. When there's only 5 cards out, that's a pretty big sign that I feel like just something great is starting now. Something great is starting very soon. Feels like all of the hardships are over. We've been through so much, and we must remember that going through all of that made us who we are today and made us into the person that we are and made us capable of enduring as much as we did and teaching others how to get through the same. It's just really important to acknowledge what you've been through and how much you've grown, specifically the growth. And I feel like soon an opportunity will really present itself to have a completely different mindset on things, on your own life. So, viewing your life differently, completely, like seeing how things were arranged for you to grow into the person that you are, and kind of allowing yourself to see, because here this card is really making me feel like he's seeing now. He's really seeing things for what they really are. And here obviously this bunny is the vision is a bit blocked by the hat. So it really feels like what you're getting is insight into your life and maybe how you planned your own life. The contracts you have with people. Oh yes, contracts. That's really coming through. The contracts you have with people and just situations even. Getting to know that, somehow getting this information and understanding. Just clarity. A lot of clarity, and a lot is just changing within our inner world. It's like we've gone deeper into a deeper layer and explored more of ourselves and more of the truth. So no longer are we bound by our bodies and by our 3D experience and world. We're able to really connect to higher parts of ourselves, connect and just more, form a stronger connection as well, and really deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe. Because once you understand yourself and your life, you start to understand just the whole picture, the big picture. Once you understand the small parts, you understand the big ones too. It's kind of like microcosm, macrocosm, you know. So another thing, of course, since we're getting the Emperor and the Empress, I must mention that balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine side now is something that you might not intentionally do, but you'll definitely be doing. And maybe you've been doing it already, trying to balance the parts where it's like You want to just be and exist, but you also want to take action sometimes and know when to take action, make the choices that you want to make, and kind of waiting for things to come to you, but also going out there to search for them. Now that I'm thinking about it, something about knowledge, that's how you'll get a lot of knowledge. You might seek things out at first, but later on, you're just gonna be a magnet for them. So information will start coming to you, or you're gonna start seeking information. You're gonna start being interested in things, and then information will just naturally flow in. So once you decide to really go and seek this truth out, go and seek this information out, that's when really you'll start realizing that you're not bound by anything here. Nothing, even this 3D body, you can escape it. You can people can astral project, and it's not easy for everyone. But at some point, most likely everyone will be able to do it. So it's understanding also the limits, why they were put there, like the limits. They're still not fully limiting you. You know that you're more than that. You know that you can break through them, but you understand why they're there because partly you wanted them to be there. So if you limited yourself in the way of, like, for example, no matter how much you try to open your third eye, you just can't see anything. In meditation or anything, you just can't see anything. That comes from, especially if you've been doing a lot of work on yourself and clearing and so on, and it's still not working, that can be because you yourself have limited yourself in that. Like your higher self is not allowing you to see more because it doesn't think you're ready, or that's not the thing you're supposed to be experiencing. Maybe you are more experience things more with feeling, like with touching, maybe just knowing things, smelling things, hearing things. It's not everyone is going to be seeing things. So that's how we can put, I guess, barriers for ourselves. Maybe at some point you're going to, break through this barrier, but if you at this point can't do that thing that you want to do, there's a reason for it. And that understanding is what will come through why you can't see, for example, and what can you do to help yourself, remove this barrier and break through this barrier. And of course, I must say, balancing the divine masculine, divine feminine, I've made pick card readings where you can see how to do that. I have both separate videos for both of them, so if you haven't, check them out, and I feel like they will be very helpful. Anyway, let's see what these oracle cards are here. So we have the bud and the second bloom. Okay, so potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. And it's so interesting that the second bloom is a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. Reading that out for you, but it really feels like, yes, definitely a start of something new. Maybe it's a realization that that thing that you've wanted for so long, since you were a kid, like something that you really wanted when you were a kid, or like your dream profession as a kid. Maybe you're finally realizing, I've limited myself so much. I didn't think I could do it, but maybe this is my chance to do that, or to start trying to get to that goal. It doesn't have to be a profession, of course. It could be just something that you want and you feel like it's coming from deep within you. It's not just a random want, like, oh, I want a car. This is deeper. So it really feels like you're on the right track for it, whatever this is, you're probably thinking of something right now. And it's most likely this that, you can start making happen. And you're already making it happen. After all, time is not linear. This thing that you want, you've already gotten it. So when you think about that, you already achieved it. But yeah, it really feels like you're being given a second chance. Like now, or you might feel like you're given a second chance, but maybe this is, this was always supposed to be how things were, supposed to go, I guess. But there's always a possibility for everything. I mean, you could completely go and become a completely different person. We always have a choice. And it's just so important to remember that we have a choice, but that doesn't mean we're always gonna pick the best choices. But at least we have a choice. Right? So yeah, quite interesting that they came out together, really start of something new, and it's something that you've wanted for a long time. Maybe you already tried to achieve this thing before and it just didn't work out. And it could be more like I'm saying, like, I'm speaking in a way like it's gonna be really obvious, but it might not be. It might take you a while to realize that this is actually the thing you've been wanting. So for example, if you just wanted a certain type of feeling to feel that, if you've wanted to feel love, then you've been thinking, oh, I need a partner. Where's my partner? And then a partner doesn't come, but something else comes, like a friend or just something that triggers you to to love yourself more. Then again, you're getting that love. It's just not in the way that you thought you would. So it could be something more, let's say, abstract. You might not realize it at the start that this is the thing you wanted, but then you might be like, oh, I see it now. I see everything. I see what's happening in the universe, higher self. I see what you're doing. And I don't know why, but I feel like saying this, like, try to be playful with everything, with your life. Like, like I was saying now, I see what you're doing. I know what's happening here. It's nice to see it like that. Just see things in a more playful and more childlike way, because truthfully, most people take life too seriously because they're relating too much to this, physical vessel that we're in, which, that's fine. You should protect it, nurture it, feed it well, so on. But some people, go a bit too far. And it's understandable because that's just how, this things on this planet are, but we don't have to be like that anymore. So try to be more playful. Think of your life more as a game or as a movie or a TV show. And this card fell out quite far away. We have Star Brothers here. And Force, energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Definitely divine masculine card, and it's so interesting that the other card that came out with it is this, We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal, the divine feminine card. Oh, if I was not, I feel like I'm getting chills. I did mention before divine feminine and masculine, very important. But it's being confirmed yet again. But anyway, let's go back to activated earth here. Trusting where you're led, trusting that you will get here. And like I was saying, this can come in a roundabout way, kind of like with the love, coming with self-love or with a friend and not with a partner that you've been wanting, I guess. Trust that you'll get to where you're supposed to. As long as you can really allow yourself to be guided by your intuition and your internal guidance, I think that's what's most important. And it really feels like there's something definitely here about Egypt as well, since both of these cards mention, Egyptian gods. So maybe a lot of you have had lives in Egypt as well. But maybe there's also something about Egyptian knowledge and teaching that is partly what's gonna start opening up your eyes, maybe diving deeper into that. Recently I saw this film on TV. Well, it was playing. I didn't finish watching it. I want to. Gods of Egypt. And I thought the way that they made the gods was quite interesting. And yeah, I don't know, diving deeper into things like watching movies like that or reading books about that. Maybe there's something really important in Egypt, or even looking at hieroglyphs. It can really unlock something in you, because all of us have keys to, you know, certain treasure chests within us. Like, for example, like the site, if you want to see, maybe there's a key out there for you and you need to go out and find it. But I think setting the intention that you want to find this key is really important as well. So making sure that you're using both sides of you, you know, the divine masculine commanding, and one asking for things, and going out and taking whatever is has been, I'm forgetting the word. Whatever you've attracted to you, going out and taking it, because you can't just stand there and do nothing. Sometimes you gotta take it. But yeah, there's also a lot here about maybe trusting who you're with as well, the people around you. When it's the right people and you feel like they're the right people, being able to trust them fully, and also, be able to share with them, but also allowing them to share with you. And that kind of, it goes both ways. Same with loyalty and protection. If you want to be protected by someone, you have to in a way protect them too. You can't just not do that. And again, if you want that from someone, you can always tell them that this is something you need, because the divine masculine wants to protect and the divine feminine wants to be protected. And a lot of times it's like that with the men and women. Not always, but it's instinctual that the man wants to protect the woman, and the woman, she gives love, she nurtures. So something that's really important is for her to feel comfortable and protected. So again, these are things that you could feel like you're missing, and there could be some trauma there. Maybe you could even be triggered just by hearing what I just said. And think about that as well. If it triggered you, think about why it triggered you and try to clear that. But yeah, I feel like this card also came out to say that this thing that's coming, it's like something really precious. So you need to give it the love that it deserves. Person, thing, whatever it is, really take it as something that you have manifested, like it's your baby. Like whatever this is that comes, if it's a person, if it's a job, if it's a new love for yourself, take it as something sacred. Like you manifested it, you attracted it. And I don't know, I really feel like there's a lot also going around in my mind, self-worth and knowing what you're worth, but also appreciating yourself for what you've been through and everything. I think that's really important. Let's get some more cards out and see what other messages we can get from Venus, from these lovely Venusians, which all I can say to them is thank you so much for this message. So we have this card here, and It's interesting, kind of. They're both green and yellow. Could be something about the heart chakra and the solar plexus, healing those parts of yourself and putting them into balance. And there's also a lot about love. I don't know, I feel a lot of love here. You're being sent a lot of love and being told, that you are loved, so love yourself. You are worthy of love. And yeah, accept joy. To accept joy, you need to feel like you're worth it, like you're worthy of it, not worth it. So if you don't feel worthy, it's obviously not, you're not going to experience it to the best that you can. So when you're looking for something, when you're trying to get to this thing, make sure to accept it, and accept it with joy and happiness and love. And accelerate your ascension. It just feels like a lot of energy coming through. It feels very overwhelming in a way, but also loving. Just a lot of ascending. That's kind of feels like. How I was saying before, like, now you'll be able to really see things for what they are, and that comes from building up your true self, your full self, and ascending, raising your vibration, maybe doing meditations to do that, where you can hold a higher vibration, maybe setting an intention to receive energy, like the highest vibrational energy that you're able to keep, I guess, in your body. That's, I feel like, a good intention. And allowing that to stay with you, and nurturing it so that you can grow. And I don't know, something about growing together, like you and your body, you're together, but you're in a way separate, but not. And that's how we all are. We're separate, but we're not. And growing together, understanding that we're all growing together, is something that's really standing out to me. And we have hope here. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot of love here. So staying positive and loving, approaching everything and everyone with love, no matter how much you might be annoyed by something, triggered by something, still approaching it with love, the whole situation and the person. And again, realizing your worth. I mentioned it before, maybe even a few times. I think that's a really big one coming through. Realizing your worth and knowing that you're worthy, telling yourself that you're worthy of good things. Because a lot of times we feel like we're not worthy. Maybe something coming from the past, from our ancestors, that's just been passed down, where we feel like we're not worthy, we're just humans, or we're just workers. But that doesn't mean, even if we are workers, it doesn't mean that we aren't worthy of love, of happiness, of abundance of any sort. So yeah, tell yourself that and try to really believe it. Maybe at the start it won't fully work, who knows, but I feel like we can all get there eventually. And the last card I have for you, My Little Rosebud. Do not allow other people's thinking to influence your own decisions. Realize that you have the power to do many things. Exactly. And seeing all of these cards, it really feels like this is really what you're gonna be realizing and working on and doing. It just feels like an opening up. Like you're opening up to other ideas, you're opening up to other things that you can do, you're opening up to your real self. There's just so much good energy, and I'm so happy to see that. I'm really happy to see that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you to these Venusian beings for this beautiful message. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did it resonate? And if you're interested in a personal reading, details about how you can contact me are down below. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Bye!